Ah!
My parents.
Are we live?
We are live.
We
I was saying, my parents met because they both played college volleyball. Because in Mexico, it's like an actual sport that can be played in college, and so
you
my
can
sister.
play volleyball in college here.
But like it's like an actual like university sport, rather than like an intramural, if that makes sense. And so it's like so they would have like state championships and then like national championships, for both men and women's, back then. And so my sister played, and then they forced me to learn how to play because they needed a fourth to be able to make like a little square for practicing. But yeah, that's it. That's it. Hi everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
This is
I will bring everybody
Hello there. Hello there, Governor. Hello.
This is our special guest
Yep.
for the stream. British
Hello.
guy. I couldn't think of
Okay.
a single British
Wow.
guy.
I believe.
Hey guys,
First name Brit, last name Ish guy.
This is this
Yeah.
isn't this is not Sir Anthony Head. He is Sir Anthony Foot. Our
Wow.
bargain brand, Sir Anthony Head.
A new canon lore to the Turntable series. Put it on the wiki that exists.
Yep.
It doesn't.
hey chat.
One day.
Do you know what the teens are talking with emoji these days?
Yes, our
Or-
pre-stream activity today is come up with an emoji combination and what your parents think it means. Please do it for me.
Anyway.
My
Hello.
parents just started using emojis in text messages. It's very
Wow.
cute. Yeah. But my dad still does the thing where he like puts like 3 ellipses after a sentence. So I'm like, oh, are you upset? Like, like, do I need a call? Like, please, like, why are you giving me emotional damage through a text message? I'm just asking what mom wants for Mother's Day. It's a fun time.
My mother told me what she wants me to do for Mother's Day for her is to get a pedicure with her.
Ooh.
That's my mom's Mother's Day thing too. She's like, come get a
Wow.
pedicure, and I'm like, don't
it.
touch my feet.
Or get a manicure. You can get like a clear manicure too. Like it doesn't have to
Yeah.
be colored. Although, I mean, you know.
Listen, no. If somebody tells me to go get a manicure with them, I'm getting my nails colored. Okay.
Mm.
Like,
Yeah, we might as well go all out.
Do you have a color preference, Dustin?
darker colors. I think purple would look pretty good. Like
Oh,
like a space purple.
yeah. Ooh.
I
Kinda
just
sparkly.
repainted my nails, like as we were sitting on before stream.
I absolutely cannot paint my nails because I smack them into things all the time. Like I lift weights too
Oh,
much.
yeah.
And like
Too swole.
Yeah.
you know, like when you put
I work out too.
shoes on a dog and they're
Yeah.
like they like don't know how to use their feet. That's how I am with nail polish. Like my hands don't feel right anymore. Like the 0.002 grams of nail polish that the weight adds is like too much. And okay, when you lift, like I use barbells and barbells have knurling and I'm uncoordinated, and so I smack the back, like I smack all parts of me on the knurling and it fucks up the nail polish.
Yeah, I just put it on so that way I stop picking at my skin because I just pick the nail polish off. So I hate the weight as well, but it's like I'm gonna pick it off in 2 days, so
Mm.
It's like
Life
a
hack.
stim toy you carry with you. Smart.
yeah.
Okay. Should we start?
Yeah,
it's up to you, boss.
You're
Alright.
in charge.
Let's start the announcements, baby. Welcome to TurnTables RPG. We are an experimental tabletop RPG stream where every player GMs and every GM plays We take turns at the end of every mystery, switching out the GM and telling a long-form improvised story. We are returning for our second season of Monster of the Week, but don't you worry, because this new story is taking place in a new setting with new characters. That being said, if you'd like to check out our first season, those VODs are on YouTube.
YouTube, you
Justin.
say?
Yep.
Because they're not the only things that are on YouTube. That's
Oh my gosh.
I know, right?
Tell me more, Magic Man.
Yeah, I will tell you more. Also on our YouTube is the Uncharted Worlds Return to OE. What does OE stand for? You'll have to watch and find out. As well as all of our Tiny Tables one-page RPG content. You should definitely follow us on social media. We're at TurnTables RPG, basically. Anywhere social medias are sold. I mean, well, I guess technically Twitter was in fact sold recently.
Oh no.
But not our Twitter, just Twitter in general. Anyways, we also have a Discord channel. Pop on over there. Help to liven it up a bit. Yeah, but give us a follow, and we will love you forever.
Our love is conditional only if you follow us on social media.
It's true.
Interesting. Is it still Twitter, or is it the Muskverse now?
It's not Musker yet, but
Okay.
Yeah. Do you smell the musk?
It sounds like a worse version of Grinder.
Musker.
Like Grinder, but for people who only shower once a month.
Things got much smellier around here.
Okay. So for those of you not following along at home, Elon Musk bought Twitter.
Yeah.
Now you know. There's your news.
Anyone watching in the future and is confused.
It is funny to me because I didn't hear about this until the last possible moment because I have everything Elon Musk related muted on Twitter.
Understandable.
And so, like, including SpaceX, including Neuralink, like, all of it's blocked. And so I didn't know until I saw it on other social media platforms that it was happening.
Well, I know he tried last week, and then Twitter was like, "Don't worry, guys, I'm not gonna do what you all think I'm gonna do," and then they did it.
And
And
he
then
probably came back to
capitalism won
him.
out. On that happy note, thank you for joining us, everyone. We wanted to give a very quick shout out to our current Tiltify campaign. Our charity campaign right now is supporting the Trevor Project. If you don't know who the Trevor Project is, they are the largest suicide prevention and crisis intervention organization for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and questioning young people. Please join us in donating to their cause and protect our LGBTQ youth. Right now, we have 2 current milestones, which we have both hit by now. So the first milestone was playing Mars's one-page RPG Beyond Genesis. And then we will be the second milestone was doing another PowerPoint party. And so those will be coming up soon. Join our Discord or follow us on social media to see more about that coming up. And then we will also be uploading the original PowerPoint party to our YouTube before next week's stream. So yeah, that'll be fun. And then if one of my colleagues could do, there we go. Thank you. Yes. Mars.
Along with those updates, we have new character art because we've got new characters. For season 2, it is once again as it was last season, drawn by the incredible Patrick Costa, who you can follow on Instagram and Twitter at PCInc_. We are also working on expanding out our channel point prizes, our emotes here, and on Discord. And we have 2 emotes of my dog now, so I can just like send a picture of my dog in Twitch chat. It makes me really happy every time. And we're getting captions available, so cool stuff all around.
Yes, and all this cool stuff would be. Hello, it is me, Anthony. Foot. Hello, I like feet. Gosh.
Oh wow. I guess
anyway,
I brought it out myself.
So anyway, all of those updates would not be possible without your help. And the best way you can help is through this magical thing that I would bet my foot on. Twitch Prime. We love Twitch Prime here. It's free if you have Amazon Prime. If you have an Amazon Prime account, you can connect it to your Twitch account. And if you click your little checkboxes, you can get your foot in the door of Twitch Prime, and then you get access to our beautiful emotes. Thank you.
Anthony Foot was an interesting combination of Maximilian Pegasus, one of the Beatles, and King Julian from Madagascar.
I can't wait to talk to my mom tomorrow and her be like, I don't understand why you do those silly voices.
There doesn't have to be a why, Mom.
I just do. I'm an idea.
I'm a man in action.
For the vibes, Mom.
Mom, you don't get it. The vibes.
To be honest, I don't even know, Mom. They just take over my body for a moment, and
Exactly. I'm like Jim Carrey on the set of Man of the Moon or whatever the hell he did. I just got possessed.
Oh man.
Speaking of care.
speaking of feet,
Speaking of
Yep.
Speaking of feet, what?
Speaking of feet, our characters have feet. And two of our characters who have feet are homebrew playbooks that we have been using this season. You know, it was going really well. And I started
I was going to say,
the logic chain is there.
No, I was gonna say, you know what feet leave? Tracks, and you know how I track those tracks as the tracker.
That's very good.
Yeah.
That's very good. All right. You know what else feet do? They leave tracks. Hello, my name is Masha. I'm playing the tracker Fig on Monster of the Week Turntables RPG. The Tracker is a playbook by the wonderful Mike Keck. You can find his link in chat momentarily. And Saul, my friend who's playing an amnesiac, that playbook was made by Jason Burns. This is a disaster. You can follow Jason Burns on Twitter at JabmanB. If one of my compatriots could do the command to get this information, that would be great. And it is not yet playing, but the music that I have chosen for tonight's mystery is actually going to be these 10-minute like ambiance plus minimal music soundtracks from a group called Tabletop Audio. If someone could plug them also, that would be great. I discovered them because my DM for my Lancer game plays the music while we are playing our game, and they're really great for like having ambiance without having a song that like repeats every couple of minutes and drives people crazy when there are like just a couple noises that repeat. Hello, it's me, I'm the one who gets driven crazy. But yeah, so Tabletop Audio is a cool group. Maybe it's one person, I'm not totally sure. You can support them on Patreon or just give them money via PayPal if you like the ambiance that happens tonight.
Very cool. Speaking of games outside of this stream, gonna very quickly plug the Reflections of Chaos crew. It's a D&D charity stream that plays on Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. You can find it on twitch.tv/Aurelia if one of my comrades would put in the command. Right now, I'm the DM, and it's wild stuff right now. It's very exciting, so come on by tomorrow. We'll see you at 5:30 p.m. Central. It's a lot of fun. Dustin, I think there is a ravishingly handsome individual that you are interested in plugging, correct?
Yes. So my friend Chris actually has a portfolio available.
Wow.
We're going off script, guys.
Listen, you set me up. I'm gonna run as much as I can with it. Anyways, hi guys. I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Valor6. I play video games sometimes when my mental health lets me, which will hopefully be more soon because maybe a bit too personal information. Your boy got some insurance this week, so it's doctor time, y'all. But that's you know.
Interesting.
Anyways, yeah, I stream over at twitch.tv /Valor6. I've been wanting to start a new thing recently because point and click adventures are really good,
Mm.
and I want to play through the Deponia series, which is a sort of kind of a little bit recent point and click adventure series. Anyways, we'll see how that goes. I love you.
And speaking of Chris has a digital art portfolio, I have a digital art portfolio. Yeah, I do so many things. I'm so tired. I'm very tired. I'm exhausted. But if you want to make it all worth my while, check out my graphic design portfolio. I recently have added a tab with some commission details. If you want to give me money, I can. I'm working things out as I'm starting, so I'm fully open to converse and talk to figure out ideas. If you want a little piece of art from these little hands here, these little grippers. Anyway, that's all I gotta say.
What a salesman. What a salesman.
Mars.
Yeah, Mars.
Yeah, I do
Speaking
things
of
as
little
well.
hands.
I've got little hands, and these little hands are making games sometimes. I made a game once. It was called Beyond Genesis, and it's a silly little game about bugs and arthropods and mechs. And so if you want to check that out, that would be cool. And you should let me know if you play it, because I want to know how it goes. If my brain functions, I might have a second game up this week, but who knows? Sneak preview of maybe I'll do a second game.
Hell yeah.
I will do a second game. I just don't know if it'll be up this week.
Fair enough. I think that's the end of the announcements.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
We did it, team.
Yeah,
We made it. We did it.
We did it. We got it.
We're here. We changed for the better.
So, Masha.
Oh no, it's me. What? What do you want?
You got one of them sweet, sweet intros for us?
I do. I do have a sweet, sweet intro for you, and I can hear that we now have our exciting forest ambiance going. I will try to keep it short and sweet, and I should have written it out ahead of time because I underestimated how anxious I would be. So, it is nearing the end of the school year, and teens will be teens. We camera pan to a 2-story cabin in the woods. A group of 4 teenagers are there giggling. Steve, don't you know that everything will be fine, right? It'll be fine. No, I don't want to be here, dude. This place gives me the creeps. Just chill out. We all gotta do it. It's how you get street cred. Fine. We watch as these kids settle in to this cabin for the night. They have sleeping bags, snacks, Cheetos. And then another teen runs in and says, "Holy shit, you guys. Do you want to see a dead body?" We watch as these kids freak out a little and follow this other one to a part of the house that is dark and musty, and they barely fit. and they look upon a pile of bones. They scream, and they run from the house. But there's one less kid running than there should be. Welcome to Monster of the Week!
And we're back.
Hello, we're back.
We're back.
Yeah.
Hello, I missed you. What have
Thanks
you
for
been up to?
the. Is this applause or bits? I can't remember what they're called.
I think
Thanks
they're
for the
bits.
Oh my
cheer.
God, thank you for
Crackety
the
Jones.
bits.
Yeah, thank you, Crackety Jones.
R.I.P. for the missing teen and his Cheetos. Let's go.
I mean,
they
it's
were
'cause
hot.
he was
They were
eating
they were
cheese.
triple X flaming hot Cheetos. I want you all to
Yes.
know. I'm pulling back
His
the
fingers
GM
were
screen.
covered with the dust.
Yeah.
The skeleton's fingers
Okay.
were covered.
The-
They were so hot they literally burned up his body.
oh my
The man is
god.
melted. He's gone now. Okay.
Rip that guy.
Solve the mystery.
So, it is about midday, and I am going to just put you guys where I think that you are going to be kind of midday. Ren and Arthur, I think that you are at the hotel room or motel that you are currently living at, just kind of catching back up on being away for a little while because Ren was on a trip last we saw them. Cole, you are at work, and I think Philip is there with you. Cole, you think you've mentioned before that you have a police scanner, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Would you have it on you at work, or are you a good employee?
So I do want to point out that in the first mystery, Cole left work like empty.
Yeah, just in the middle of the day.
Just
That's
in the middle
fair.
of the day. So I'll
If
let
people
you
steal
decide.
books from the library, that's just not a vibe.
That's
Okay.
how he feels. You know, like
Mhm,
who would
mhm.
do that?
So, you hear over the police scanner a couple of voices talking about how a group of teens went to the old ranger station and one of them is missing. That's all the information that you get, but you hear it through the crackled voice of the police scanner.
Another missing person. Think it's slime people again?
I think Philip is trying to balance books on his head, just so he can be a proper lady. I hope it's not those slime things again. They were sticky and it made Arthur very not happy.
Yeah, I guess they did. Though really, I think that was more me than the slime things.
That is an impossibility in my mind.
Okay, well, I mean, it's definitely something to note. Maybe we should let the others know.
I mean, sure. I mean, I guess every time a missing person happens, I guess we're the ones who solve it. Not like the police are gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yes, you hear over the crackly line. You want to look it out? You want? God, that was wrong. You want to check it out, Bill? No, it's not my jurisdiction. You'll turn up. Don't worry about it. These teens, they get into trouble all the time. Let's give it 48 hours. You'll be fine. Fire ferrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got some.
This transatlantic accent is awesome.
Okay, so do you want? I mean, we know where Arthur and Ren live now. We can always find them.
Yeah, but I mean, I should probably stay at work. Do you think you could go tell him?
Could most certainly.
Okay.
Off I go to see my best friends.
Good luck. Be good.
Stay safe, best buddy.
That's the plan.
Okay, oh, I leave.
Okay. Arthur and Ren, you are in your motel room. Just the two of you. It hasn't been long since Ren got back from their trip. What are you guys doing?
I think Arthur for sure is sitting, or well, he has his back on the ground and he has his like legs propped up on the edge of the bed. So his hair's kind of like splayed out on the floor a little bit, and he kind of just has his hands like over his torso, and he's just like, I probably shouldn't have yelled at him.
I think Ren is like doing the same thing just so that they can be at like eye level with Arthur. And also because it's just like, it's a fun way to sit.
Yeah.
And Ren is just like, I mean, I understand why you did. It makes sense. You were right. Maybe there was a different way to say it, but when it's a matter of people's lives and safety being at risk, I think that's something that's valid to yell over.
I mean, I admire what Cole tries to do. The only one of us that's more or less not just human is Philip. And I'm not sure how I feel about Philip.
Yeah. I understand. I feel like I sort of have a sympathy for him because of my whole monstrous situation I dealt with. But just because I feel like he has a different code of ethics, I guess. And even though that doesn't make him... I think he's capable of a lot. Definitely something to keep an eye on, but I think he's mostly harmless at this point. As long as you're not a corpse.
You know, and then Arthur just kind of like, you know, his eyebrows raise and kind of like, you know, he makes a face at you saying not a corpse because he's just remembering Arthur bringing back the corpse within the slime monster, and how horrific it was to see an individual who was dead come back and immediately be like sunken into a monster's body and set on fire, and the scream that it had made during that time that Arthur had to like decapitate them in order to stop it. And I think that Arthur just kind of like he just kind of nods and he says, we'll have to keep an eye on it.
Maybe
So-
2 eyes.
So, Philip, you have just left the library. What's the plan?
I guess I'm making my merry walk down to see my two best friends who I love and trust.
Okay, just walking there.
Yeah, I'm walking. I think Philip has gotten a little better at pretending to walk, but I think he's still like sort of very exaggerates his stomps in a very like cartoony like I'm walking down the street.
Does he run the way that vampires ran in the first Twilight movie? Because that's what I'm picturing in my head.
I mean, whatever gets me there.
He has a little treadmill. That's
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I think that you know, it takes you a little bit of time. You make your way to this motel. I assume it's it's just like a 1-story, you know, no frills situation. And you see the door that you know is the entrance to where Ren and Arthur are residing.
Okay. I go around back to the window of the room.
Hooray.
It's a peep in and see if they're home.
You just... Oh man.
Ren and Arthur, do you keep your curtains down?
Mars, feel free to check me on this, but I do feel like we would keep the curtains closed. I don't feel
Yeah,
like
we do have.
I think
like,
that's the vibe.
Yeah, we carry around swords, and I feel like that's probably not something. I feel like maybe this motel has a no weapons policy, as most like hotels probably do. So I feel like it's less of a we keep it down because we expect our funky little skeleton friend to sneak in on us, and more because we don't want hotel management to see that we just got swords.
Yeah.
I think Philip knocks on the window.
What the fuck?
Arthur and Ren, you hear a knock at your window.
Hello?
Probably a bird.
I knock again.
Arthur's going to get up, walk over to the window, and he's going to give Ren a look, and then like dart his eyes over to Ren's Kopesh, and just kind of like, you know, like give him the nod, and then he's just gonna kind of like peek through the curtain.
You just see Philip like leaning against the windowsill, like, hello. I hope I didn't wake you.
It's Philip.
Has he seen you?
Yes.
Alright. I suppose we should go see what he wants.
And Arthur will grab his sword, and just kind of like open the door for Philip to like stand outside so that we can stand inside and talk to him. I don't think Arthur's gonna make a move to welcome Philip into the threshold.
Yeah, it's vampire rules. Once you let him in, it's over. Uh, um, I think Philip's like, "Hey, best buddy, you would not believe why I'm here."
Is there a horrifying incident that has somehow happened and there's a mystery or creature that needs to be solved or dealt with?
Well, it depends on your definition of a horrifying instance. I mean, a child went missing, or a teenager, I guess. And that's pretty much it. I don't know if it's a monster or something spooky, but I wonder what our little weekly adventures will get us up to. Anyway, just thought I would come and get the gang together because we're cool and work as a team.
So now we have to walk back.
Yes, I do not have a driver's license.
Fine.
Alright.
If you want, I can pick up one of you and fly you over to the library.
It's alright. We're both capable of walking.
Cool. Let us all walk together and sing in fun little road trip songs and play games.
Okay.
Yeah, Arthur's just gonna Arthur's already walking. I think Arthur has started walking.
Arthur, have you ever played I Spy?
No.
Well, okay. Well, you see, you look at things and you describe them without saying them, and then I try to guess what you're looking at.
How do I describe something without saying it?
So you look at the tree and you say like, "Oh, I spy with my little eye." It's funny because I do not have eyes. I spy with my little non-existent eyes. Something green, and you have to guess like, "Oh, is that the tree?" And I say, "Yes, you're so smart because you're such a smart little boy."
Wow, I wish Arthur knew what the quiet game was so that he could comment ask if Philip wanted to play the quiet game. Okay. I think Arthur's gonna be like, okay, I spy something gray.
Is that the clouds?
Correct. You win.
Oh, I'm so smart. I win. I win.
All right. Hey, Dustin.
Hey,
What is Cole doing while Philip is on this little mission to go let Ren and Arthur know what's happening?
Cole is getting a map of the area near the old ranger station.
Okay.
He's in a library, so I'm assuming that wouldn't be too difficult to find.
Yeah.
And he is just kind of quietly examining that part of the map while listening in on the. Sorry, I almost knocked something off of my desk. While he is listening to the radio for any further information.
And how long has it been since Cole graduated high school? I can't remember how old he is.
Cole is like 23, 23, 24. Like, he's been able to go off to college since and come back. So,
6 years.
yeah, 5-6 years, probably.
Okay. Gotcha. As you are looking over these documents, I think, this document, a map of the ranger station, I'm not going to make you roll for it because you work at the library, so I think you know what you're looking for. It is dated a very long time ago, and you remember, actually, that you've been there before to that ranger station. This is something that I guess I can explain when everybody is together, but Cole, there is a kind of rite of passage for every high school senior in both Fogwell and Whitebridge that you spend a night in the haunted ass ranger station.
Classique.
Cole has spent more than one night there. Then I've decided.
Oh,
Unless,
Jesus.
unless that ruins your thing, he's absolutely gone and like tried to find monsters and ghosts and stuff. Not like he doesn't have all the equipment or anything like that, because that's more like, I think there's a different playbook for that. But he's just gone and he's just like, hello, like just spoke into the darkness.
Spoiler alert. All modern kids have actually just been scared by Cole hanging out in this radio station.
Aw, you guys, you saw my mystery. It was Cole the whole time. Damn it. Yes, that is perfectly fine. We can say that Cole has absolutely been there a few times, has spent the night, and we can kind of go into maybe what he has experienced there in a bit. The other three of you, are you just heading straight back to the library? Did you want to make any stops along the way?
I think Ren is going to suggest stopping for coffee, because dealing with both Cole and Philip while uncaffeinated is not something they want to do.
Okie
That's
dokie, I
fine.
understand that you guys like to fill yourselves up with chemicals. I wish I could understand how that felt.
Whose turn is it?
I don't remember.
I guess.
We'll start the order. I got it.
Okay.
I could get you
I don't-
coffee.
I don't think that Arthur, who doesn't know how to read, should be handling any of the finances.
Bear in mind, he has been getting coffee, so at least he has memorized like what to say. At least like
Yeah.
what the order would be. But yes, correct.
This man knows how to order a double whip, non-fat, 3 espresso, caramel colored
This is very specific.
oatmeal, chocolate chip, spinoli, cannoli.
Can you imagine his confusion? He goes to there, orders it, and they go, "Oh, we don't have that anymore. Here's our new menu," and they hand him the new menu.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys can absolutely stop into the coffee shop and hello, I didn't write this in. Fig is there. Forgot to put myself in this game. Fig is there, and she actually at first does not make eye contact with you all, and then realizes that that is not going to be possible, and gets up from her seat in a booth with her little man on her shoulder and says, "Hey y'all, three of you, what's going on? Why isn't Cole involved?"
You won't believe it, but there was another missing person.
Right. I'm gonna sit this one out, y'all. I do not have the energy to go tramping around in the woods like that again. I assume they're in the woods, and I'll be here if you need me, but you think you can handle this one without me?
I'm hoping that there's just a path to the ranger station, and we won't have to do too much off
Right.
path.
Alright. As repayment for not having to involve myself this time, I'll buy y'all coffee. And Fig will purchase for each of you whatever drink you would like from the barista.
I don't know where Arthur and Ren are getting money, by the way. Neither of them
That's
have
an
a job.
excellent question. I haven't been questioning it.
We can assume that the organization is just like putting them up because otherwise, you know.
Yep.
Cool. Arthur will take just a medium house drip coffee, and he's probably gonna put like his own sugar and cream into it after it's given to him.
I think Ren just has like a straight black coffee with 1 sugar. I don't know. I don't like coffee, so I'm
I
just
like to
making
get
up what
the
they
whipped
want.
cream.
And just a cup
And-
of whipped cream for Philip.
and Fig makes sure to order Cole's favorite drink so they can take it to him, which is a white chocolate mocha.
Got it. Got it in one.
All right, sick, cool.
His actual favorite is hot Lipton, but
No,
um,
Fig would never.
My best friend.
This is a Lipton-free mystery. I'm sorry.
You know what I just realized? Like the shade of yellow that we have on the overlay and the shade of red kind of remind me of the Lipton logo.
Oh,
colorways.
so true.
Let's
Guys, we
color
are
match it.
sponsored by Lipton.
We're not.
yeah, show your show what you're drinking, Chris.
Yes. Well, yeah. Here, this can just be my camera now.
This is
Okay,
welcome
it's
to-
Nice.
just red and yellow. It's just red and yellow.
Yeah, but
alright?
Yeah,
like,
that's
but
what-
like,
yeah.
but that's the thing is like we didn't even think like I didn't even think about it when we made this, but then now
It's
now
red
we
and
have
yellow.
now we have this like this bit going with Lipton.
Last,
it's very
last
interesting.
season it was Big ZD's. This season it's just the actual.
just that.
Lipton, follow us on social media and hit us up. You know,
Yeah.
As long as it's not Team
let's-
Nut,
let's-
we'll be fine.
let's talk this out. Team Nut.
So yeah, as we leave, Arthur's just gonna be like, I guess it was my turn. I spy something green.
Is it the trees?
No.
Is it me?
Yes. I just imagine like all these like little spirits like like coming out of the mouth and like retreating back in. Oh.
I see you too, Arthur. Let's go.
I guess we
Okay.
just head our way to the library.
Great.
Ren is
Yeah.
not getting involved in I Spy.
Arthur's taking one for the team.
Yeah.
Cole, you are poring over this map that you have found of the ranger station and surrounding area when Ren, Arthur, and Philip come in through the door with liquids in your library.
Hey guys, please be careful with the drinks. Keep your lids on if at all possible. And yeah.
This is for you.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And he just kind of takes a sip and then sets it down calmly.
Arthur will take a sip and set his down calmly.
Ren is going to take a sip and set his down calmly, but like looking at Cole because like Ren needed caffeine for a reason, and that part of that was to deal with Cole, who appears to be just like wicked chilled out today.
Philip is licking up the whipped cream.
Does he have a tongue?
He does. It's
Okay.
it's burnt and black and very not good. He can't taste it all. He just likes the feeling.
The whipped cream feeling in the mouth.
Ex-
Nope.
Take 10d8 psychic damage.
Let me get my dice.
Oh man.
So, the four of you are all together in the library, quietly sipping a beverage and doing what? What's the plan?
So what do we know?
Okay, so the teenager went missing here, and he points at the place on the map. From what I've heard, it's it was at nighttime. They've not really looked too much into it. They think that it's just a simple of a kid running away from home or something. So they're not really looking into it right now, saying kids will be kids. The local school district has a tradition in order to like a coming of age. When you're a senior, you spend the night in the supposedly haunted ranger station. So most likely we're looking at some teenagers, some seniors who have gone to the haunted place, and one of them just didn't come back. There are a few that did, so maybe they can be questioned about what happened. And again, so Cole is obviously a lot more almost monotone than he normally is. Just to point it out even further that it's not, I promise it's not just me phoning it in. This is actually Cole being that way right now.
Dustin, you hack.
Close.
I think that is his last name. Anyway.
I think Ren looks at Cole and is kind of like, do we know who it is? Did you know that
Did the thing say any names, Keeper?
1 second.
Yes. Aye. You got it.
Aye, Captain. Yeah.
Oh no. Uh-oh. Guys, come on, guys. The only name that you heard over the line, over the police scanner, is the name of the kid that's gone missing. And it is Richard Grant, of Fogwell High School and Fogwell Descent.
The Fogwell Descent sounds like a cave system in your
Mm.
Fogwell. Like that's
Cool.
anyway. Sorry. So he will share that bit of information as well. In fact, he's got it written down on a note. There's like sticky notes all over the map at the moment.
did you like know this kid? Is there? You seem kind of somber.
No. I was just recently told that if I didn't start thinking things through and taking things more slowly, that I could get someone hurt.
As he's saying this, Arthur is taking a sip from his coffee, and his his everything is still except for his finger, that is just tapping, very just like anxiously on the countertop of this library, station.
Philip's just staring Arthur down.
And Ren's just there like, oh god, I'm sorry, I didn't want to ask. I shouldn't have asked.
Well, good. Maybe this time we can actually save the kid.
Yeah.
Can we get to the station with your van?
Yeah, probably. Normally it's a hike up there, just because it's part of the way to go. But the actual driving path is probably a little grown up because it's not really in use anymore. I assume Keeper can correct me, but yeah,
Maybe
the van can make it.
we can also just take it as far as it goes, and just walk the rest of the way.
Sure.
Yeah, probably not a good idea to park the very noticeable van next to the active crime scene.
Yes, and I will add to Cole, you are aware of the fact that this ranger station has been abandoned for at least 50 years at this point.
He'll share that tidbit too.
Why was it abandoned?
I like how
Masha's looking at you.
Yeah,
Come
Masha's,
on.
yeah, Masha's like, yeah. Why was it abandoned?
I know why it was abandoned, but I think that I'm just trying to decide if I want to make you guys like roll for it, or
I'll
if
roll
you
for it.
just know. But I think that that's kind of like what I've told Cole is kind of the extent of what he knows about the situation. So if you guys want to know more about it, you'll have to actually kind of sit and do some research.
I'm not sure.
I actually have two beginning of mystery moves now. I have Destiny's Plaything, which is I roll to see what's revealed about my immediate future, and then Boss from Beyond, which is the new move I took, where at the beginning of the mystery I roll plus weird on a 10 plus. My superiors, who in case ask you to do something just simple, on a 7 to 9 they ask you to do something complicated or difficult. In either case, you get to ask them one of. On a miss, you are required to do something terrible. If you do not accomplish what they've ordered, you cannot use this move again until you've made up for your failure. So I'm wondering if now would be a good time to roll one and or both of those moves.
Mars, just as a heads up, your audio cut out mid-sentence sometime throughout the when you were talking, but we caught most of that.
That is
Okay.
That is okay because you can repeat what the roll consequences are depending on
Sounds
what
good.
you actually roll.
All right.
So, yeah, I think that this is as good a time as any to roll beginning of mystery moves.
Mm-hmm.
We can do both of them now if you would like. I don't remember if the rest of you have beginning of mystery moves or not.
I think
not.
No, I have like an investigative mystery move, but it's whenever.
I think it might make sense to roll them both at the same time, just because
Okay.
Ren is checking in with their boss, their cosmic boss, who I assume could reveal something about their immediate future. So I'm gonna roll Destiny's Plaything first. Oh fuck. Okay, no, that's an 8. So on a 7 to 9, I get a vague hint about my immediate future, and then for Boss from Beyond, I got another 8. So on a 7 to 9, they ask you to do something complicated or difficult, and then I get to ask them one of the questions from Investigate a Mystery.
Okay. Have we already established what it looks like when you use Destiny's Plaything?
I think this is the first time. Did you do it in the first two mysteries?
Yeah, I definitely did it in the first mystery. I can't remember if I actually did it in the second.
I don't think you did because I don't remember RPing that. Yeah.
Yeah, the first mystery you got headphones, but I don't think you ever used them.
Yeah.
They just appeared in your pocket.
Yep.
Okay. I guess what I'm asking is, like, narratively, do you want it to be like, Ren meditates and this comes to them, or does it take over them? Is there something like a way that you imagine this to happen? And do you also imagine that these two things are intertwined with each other or kind of separate events?
I imagine they're intertwined because I imagine these visions of the immediate future come from Mott, so it would make sense that Mott's like, hey, here's some information. You can ask me a question. Also do this for me. And I think it's just sort of from the outside, it looks like they're just kind of like zoning out. Their eyes kind of like shimmer with like a gold color and I don't think it's like a drastic thing. I think it's just sort of like they zone out and then they're in this other plane or other dimension or whatever, or whatever, however they're going to communicate with that aforementioned boss. And then whenever that's done, they just kind of like zone back in, maybe shake their head a little.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think what we see is Ren pick up their coffee and take another sip. And as they put the cup back down, time feels like it kind of slows. And those gold speckles in your eyes get brighter and brighter, and the world around you gets somehow darker and lighter at the same time. Your companions kind of become blurry blips around you, and everything gets slow. And a voice pops up that is not particularly recognizable. It is kind of feminine, it is kind of masculine at the same time, and it seems to shift in cadence and shape. And it says, "Ah, Ren, good to see that you are here. Oh,
Where am I?
you are in a library with your friends."
Yes, that's correct. This is. Where am I? What is this? Where?
I think it would be too hard for me to explain. I am not here, and at the same time, I am. Physically, you are in the library. Mentally, I've pulled you a little bit closer to where I exist.
Alright. Fucky magic shit. Sounds good. Am I supposed to not swear in front of you? Is that like a... It feels... Are we like... I don't... What's your... MO? I know you're big on the order and the balance and everything. Does swearing like break that with... And I think Red is like very kind of fidgety and nervous.
You hear a sound that is akin to both a chuckle and a growl, and a voice pipes up that says, "Some say that words do no harm. Others disagree. Ren, you will be finding yourself in an odd situation. You will find yourself very, very afraid."
Great. I think they just kind of like sit there for a second, like expecting maybe elaboration on this. But then when they don't get it, I think they're just gonna ask what what like what I'm trying to ask what can it do, but like I guess what they're trying to I've turned to the investigative mystery, trying to ask what can I do, but I'm not sure how to phrase it. What is it, is the fear magic? I assume the fear is magical in nature. What is that its only effect?
difficult question to answer.
I can also ask. I was tied between a couple questions, so I can ask a different one if that's better.
I am just trying to determine how best to answer it without giving you too much information.
Mhm.
I think the voice is quiet for a long time and says, magic is its base, but that does not mean that it can be taken lightly. With the magic, you get the physical, the metaphysical, the emotional. And Ren, I need you to do something for me when you find the source. I need you to sit with it. Embrace it. Consider it a test? Consider it a test.
The you want me to just kind of sit with the fear or whatever's causing the fear? I'm just oh, okay. I feel like I probably shouldn't say no to a divine test. This is kind of the first time we've talked since Memphis. Uh thanks for the information. Um uh I don't am I have a lot of questions outside of that. Like, am I the only one who's gonna be fixing this?
No.
Cool. Uh, is I just and I think Red's just kind of like stuttering because they've gotten used to just like they're like, yeah, I'm like a chosen by Mott or whatever, like not really having to deal with Mott directly, and so facing basically the entire concept of order in a like physical form, I guess, is fucking wild to them.
You've been really excited about onboarding, but this is your first meeting with your manager since they
Uh-huh.
hired you, and it's kind of weird that they're now expecting you to do your job. What?
Yeah, exactly.
And like any good manager, they are really fucking vague about what they want you to
Bingo.
Yeah.
do. Yeah.
Uh, do I just wait? Will I know when I've done the saddle around the thing for long enough, or is it just gonna be like when you know?
Ren, you are wise, and I chose you for a reason. Good luck, and do not make me regret the decision.
Oh boy.
Reassuring.
I think Ren like shakes their head as if like in this kind of dreamlike state, or this like kind of extraplanar space, to be like, no, I'm not, I won't, you won't regret it. And then like as they shake their head, it like they kind of get pulled back to reality, and they're like shaking their head, when like after you've zoned out, you just kind of shake your head to come back to reality. And they're like, wait, what the fuck? Did you all see that? Did you all
See what?
And I think that as you shake your head
We're
out
done
of it-
playing I Spy, you silly person.
I think that as you come out of it, Ren, your coffee cup has like finally hit the table.
And I think they just like pick their hand, like look at their hands, and are like, no, but like, I think I just got contacted by Ma, which was exciting, but also unexpected. I definitely think this has a magical influence on it. Uh, you know, I think they're gonna keep the part about like facing intense fear to themselves. They're like, I don't want to. I think they don't necessarily want to talk about it. And but they are going to explain kind of what happened and the that like Matt asked them to do something, and like they were given a test basically.
Can we help you with this test?
You might be able to, but I don't know yet. I'll let you know when I have to deal with it head on.
Hey, Masha, how'd it feel to sit in the horse's seat?
Ugh. Yes, and obviously, since all of us are keepers, if we want to change the way that any of that went, that is okay with me. As is always the tradition. If we feel like Ma'at's vibe was weird as hell. I only know how to have NPCs have weird vibes. Oh,
I feel like it kind of tracks.
Yeah.
I think Arthur's going to turn to the group and say, so what do we do now? Do we talk to the family? Do we go to the station?
I don't know about your social skills, but I feel like my interests are best suited at the station, probably.
I'm a great people person.
We could always check it out first right now, while it's light, and then come back later. I just think the station's where they disappeared. It's probably where we'll find something regarding to what happened.
Yep. If we can get a clue or a vibe or something, while it's daytime.
But we come back before sundown. We
Sounds
don't
like a
know
good
what
plan.
it is. We don't know what happened. We need more information before we can decide more.
And we're gonna need flashlights.
Okay.
what's the plan? What do you guys want to do?
So look, we're heading to the spooky place first.
Yeah?
In my spooky place, you mean Ranger Station?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you
No,
have?
we're going back to Cole's apartment. Ooh.
I mean, and when you're playing Monster of the Week, everyone plays a spooky place. You know what I mean?
Okay. I feel
Ayo.
like that was Masha's clue that she has more than one spooky place.
Oh
in
no,
store.
not necessarily. I just want to clarify before I like put you guys. I don't know.
Yeah, she puts us there, and we're like, "What are you talking about? We meant we're going back to where the slime nest was."
That's what I'm saying.
True.
Slime nest is still there. Oh,
So you burned
yeah.
down Slime Nest.
What's left of it?
I was gonna say, we don't have to hash this out now, but Philip, what'd you end up doing with the head?
I made it as comfortable as it could be. I gave it a little seat at home in front of the TV as I played all of Philip's favorite movies.
I thought you were gonna force it to watch Seinfeld.
Yeah. Boom boom. Anyway, and yeah, I imagine once it had its time had run out, I think Philip goes either. Where does Philip get rid of the bodies?
Oh God.
Plural. Oh my god.
I think I feel like the ocean feels too obvious. I feel like if
I
maybe
mean,
Philip has to find in the fog well.
Would Philip like? Wouldn't Philip go for the obvious answer though?
Like maybe he just goes to the graveyard and buries them. So I think
Just
one of those.
digs up random graves, opens up the coffin, the caskets, and puts another body in there with the other person so that they have a buddy.
Yeah, exactly. That's perfect.
Oh my god. Philip.
That's perfect. No, no one's left alone when Philip's around. Sometimes he goes to Big ZD's and is like, do you know where I can put this? And the Big ZD's people scream.
There's a dumpster out back, Mac.
God, where do you think we get the meat from?
Ooh, the Big ZD's conspiracy unfolds.
Well, there was that one
anyway,
run by
yes.
vampires.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer to the question is the head has been taken away because I imagine 24 hours has passed.
Sure. Taken. All right. When you said that it has a seat, I heard seed, and I was like, "Oh, like bird seed? Like you tried to feed it bird seed?" So that's my brain is full there.
When Philip brought home Philip Jr. the first, he was like, "I'm gonna buy all these bird seeds, and it's gonna be great." But then he forgot, and then sadly, 24 hours went, and he's like, "Well, I still have all these seeds." And so when Philip Jr. 2, the head, came around, he was like, "Maybe you can have some of these," but they weren't biting. Anyway, so we're going to the station.
Yeah, I think
Okay.
we're gonna drive up to the station as far as we can go, and then as soon as the road becomes like untravelable, once we can,
Untraversable.
sure, yeah. Then we'll walk the rest of the way to the ranger station.
Okay.
What time of day is it right now?
I think I initially said it was early afternoon, so we'll call it like 3 p.m., 4 p.m. or so. You have a couple hours until sundown and nighttime. And yeah.
Okay. Was there a place, like whether in the library or like a grocery store along the way, where we could get flashlights?
There sure is stores in town. I don't think the library would have any.
Maybe like an emergency one in case the lights went out, but fair enough.
Do you want to try to find one in the library?
I mean, I would just ask Cole. He's the librarian, you know.
Cole, you know that there are a couple of flashlights in the library, but they are all in the librarian's office.
Cole has an
Like
office?
that, like the head librarian.
Oh, there's a head librarian?
There is. We named him Henry Baker.
That's right. That's right. Henry Baker.
And he's canonically hot, I believe.
Oh yeah, he's so hot. He's like 65 and so hot.
Okay, interesting. I did not expect that to go, but I'm down.
I'm
I don't remember the 65 conversation.
Welcome to Bully Mars.
why? Why does it have to be Bully Mars time?
Yeah, so you could try to get those from Mr. Henry Baker. But that depends on the relationship, I guess, that Cole has with Mr. Baker. Cole.
I'm very interested about this relationship.
Yeah, Cole, what is your relationship with Mr. Henry Baker?
Cole is able to leave the library completely empty, and he has not lost his job. Philip, really creepy Philip, just hangs out at the library, and Cole does not lose his job. So I like to think that it's actually a pretty positive relationship between the two of them. In fact, I want to say that, like, he was one of the few people that, like, when Cole moved back, welcomed him, like, fully, and was like even seemed excited to see him. I think that he may have been, like, when they were younger, or when Cole was younger, Mr. Baker would be the one who would, like, tell him stories, like the Van Helsing stories and stuff like that, like alongside of his mom, alongside Cole's mom, but like that Mr. Baker would like feed that a little bit more, and maybe even is what inspired Cole to go into the library as a child.
I like it.
Sound good? Yeah.
Yeah.
All opposed?
I'm all down for chill librarians. Is Mr. Baker Cole's real dad? Oh, wow. Okay. And Miss Merrill knew this entire time.
And Miss Merrill, you bastard.
So is Mr. Baker, like, there, like, right now in the office?
That's a good question.
I think so. I think it's a weekday, and he is on site.
Is it a Tuesday?
It sure is. It's Tuesday, the 26th of April.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
You
okay.
bet your bottom dollar that it is currently. Well, it can't be 6 p.m. because that's too late. But
At 9 p.m.
let's play a version of Monster of the Week where it's in real time, and every time we're like, yeah, we're driving somewhere, we have to just sit for 20 minutes in silence.
We all start playing the driving games. All right. It's I
we
Spy.
just oh my god, we just play Mario Kart. Oh, you said driving games. My brain was like, yeah, Mario Kart. But you meant
Oh,
like,
okay.
Listen,
The game where you drive.
listen. These days with the Nintendo Switch, that is a driving game.
So true.
Hey, unless you're actually driving yourself, then you should probably not be one playing. at the moment.
Please don't game while driving, boys and girls.
Unless you're at a stop sign.
I can game while driving.
Exactly. Yes.
Game safely.
Yeah.
what's the plan? Are we gonna go out and buy light producing thingies, or are we gonna?
Imagine we introduce Mr. Baker like this, and then just leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
This
introduce him
guy's
into the
just-
lore, and
And
then
that
we
would track for our groups, for our just us in general. Arthur's just gonna kind of look at Cole and say, "Do you have flashlights here?"
the head librarian probably has some in his office, just in case the electricity goes out or something.
Could we borrow like 2?
Not sure how many he'd have. I can go ask.
Thank you.
Yeah. And Cole goes to ask.
And Arthur exhales slowly.
Does Philip go with Cole, or is
No.
Philip staying? Okay.
Philip, I think, has been nonstop staring at Arthur since he made his offensive comment.
Oh boy.
What
Alright.
offensive comment? All right.
The whole, well, maybe this one won't die this time if we get there soon.
I mean, it's
No, if we make a plan.
Oh, yeah.
what, Philip?
I understand that you get into some of your moods, but I don't think you should be lashing out at Cole for you not being able to handle your own feelings.
I do feel bad for yelling at Cole the last time, but
You sure don't act like it.
because there's no time for that, Philip. There's a kid missing, and some of us do think that death is a final thing. So it's important for us to find that kid. And then Arthur kind of like realizes what he said, and he's just kind of like, he gets somewhat like agitated, and he kind of like grips his hands, and he looks at Ren, and he says, "I'll be outside," and he just kind of like walks out of the library to like remove himself from the situation.
What's Arthur's charm again?
+1.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is. Here's my question to you: do his words cut deep? Then his charm is
Sure.
+1.
Oof. Charm goes both ways.
I guess you got a point. It is manipulate someone.
Yeah. I think Ren is going to look at Philip and kind of try and gauge Philip's reaction before, because Ren's first instinct is to follow Arthur, but also doesn't want to further alienate Philip and Cole because they are the ones who always seem to find the mystery, and also like they know that they're gonna have to work with Cole and Philip for at least this foreseeable future. So I think Ren is just gonna kind of look at
Well,
Philip.
from Philip's facial expression, you're not getting a lot. I think his like little glowing eyes are like twitching a bit, as he's like, as he's just sort of like fists on the table and is like, and like clenching his fists, as he just sort of goes, "Hoo."
Do you need some space as well? I can.
No, do not leave me alone.
Okay, I'm here.
I just don't understand it. He's so mean. And
He's
I
not.
try to be so nice, and he just comes in and he smells weird, and I just don't understand.
He's not trying to be mean. He's just upfront about things.
I think his voice sounds weird, and it's just so. It's just.
Wow, Chris is just dragging me in general, like not Arthur stuff, just me.
Mm-hmm. Like, he does the, sometimes he does the wrong thing for the right reasons, I think. And he doesn't necessarily understand quite how his words come across always, or if he does, he doesn't. I don't know. I'm not him, but I feel like he just is trying to do things that will keep us all safe. He's not intentionally trying to be malicious.
I don't know. It's just for someone who's always talking about saving lives, he certainly spends a lot of time being mean to Cole.
Is that not like? Are those two equivalent? Because I feel I'm.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, like last time he was like, "Oh, Cole, you went in too quickly," and it's like, well, he did have to spend like 10 minutes beating your butt in a sword battle, so that kind of seemed distracting for no reason.
Cole and Arthur fought?
Yes, and Cole beat his little ass.
And I think Sir
For
Red
the
Star's just
record,
like,
Arthur has a dumpy. Okay, so let's just get that out of the way now, and make sure that moving forward, please respect
Moving
canon.
forward, we address
Please
it as
respect the
such.
canon. Yes, thank you.
Okay.
sorry,
so-
I don't remember what I was going to say now.
Anyway, okay,
Why
so
don't we shift? On that note, why don't we take our break now? I feel like maybe we all need a couple minutes. Arthur has a dumpy. Jesus Christ.
canonically,
Put that in the wiki.
I need to
Yeah.
eat something.
someone make a wiki and just put that.
Arthur
Just that. Nothing else about
Arthur-
anybody else. Just
Arthur has a dumpy. I hate you all. I mean, I love you all very much. Welcome, Ari. We unfortunately are about to take. Well, fortunately, we're about to take our break.
Eric, just
Because the words that came out of Saul's mouth were Arthur has a dumpy, so it's time for a break. Thank you everybody for sticking around for the first half of the mystery today. I'm Masha, your keeper, and I have a headache now. We're gonna take a 10-minute break. Go Ari! Excuse me! We're gonna take a break because I can't handle all that cake. Also, I need to refuel, and I encourage everybody to have a snack and to stretch your legs and to drink some water and unclench your jaw.
Respect the dumpy.
So, just
Saul,
get
get us out of here, Saul.
I mean,
So,
this is very enjoyable.
see you all in 10.
get us out of here.
Oh. Well, no, because you want to have one thread is less urgent,
Yeah.
And the other thread is the conversation that we're having now. I think it might be, you know,
I think you're just too
With-
big-brained.
with Dustin and I being a little bit older than the rest of you youngins, this is how we grew up, is you would have multiple conversations at once through different social media platforms. Although I didn't.
Speak for
Crackety,
yourself.
Crackety, get out of here! No! Get the word busting out of my chat. I don't want it. No!
Anyway, no.
He also bits with it too.
Yup.
Thanks
Well,
for the
since you
100
spent
bits.
bits on it, I feel obligated to say it out loud.
For real.
Anyway, please tell me how I should eat fish, Masha.
Tuna salad's real fucking good. This might be a weird something people don't like, but I make a mean fucking tuna salad, and I had tuna salad for lunch today, and it was really good. So I'll make it tuna salad. You come to California, you bring me the mingy jerky, whatever the fuck it's called. I'll make you tuna salad.
Okay, sounds good.
And it'll be
I
great.
will.
I'm not a
I'll
turkey
try.
salad. Not a turkey salad.
Turkey salad? Oh,
Tuna
no.
salad fan. I'm not a tuna salad fan. I'm also not a turkey salad fan.
I will try. Like again, I will try anything once because I really want to like fish. Like
Fish is good overall.
Is
I
it the
wish
texture or the flavor that you don't like?
it's the flavor
So-
that I don't like.
Oh, you don't like the flavor of fish is the conversation.
Yeah. Because like.
Well, that's going to be a hard hurdle to get on in any fish product.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
kidding. But the thing is I like shellfish. Like, give me crab any day. Like, I will eat crab and be happy with it.
You know what's
Okay,
good?
well-
Crab salad. And put mayonnaise on anything and your girl will eat it. It's me, I'm a girl. I fucking love mayonnaise.
So, welcome to the Snack Check podcast. This
Welcome to the
episode, we're
Snack
talking
Check
about
podcast.
salads.
I'm gonna
and
go
how
first. I'm going
Gosh.
first.
Okay.
The only Alright.
Anyway,
snack check, I have a bowl of greens that I neglected to put salad dressing on, which is why you see me eating it like a little creature. I also have a packet of twisted pretzel sticks that are nacho cheese flavored. These are going to be a crime. And then I also have a go-go squeeze, and I realize
Ew.
that I am currently consuming what is a like elementary school
sticky time.
snack. So that's
Love
what I'm doing.
those.
Go-go squeezes are I use them at work.
It's like fruit
an
paste.
hour before it's applesauce.
Applesauce.
It's
It's
just
fruit paste.
applesauce, but it's in a thing that my hands get real nasty at work, and I can consume this without worrying about getting bad liquids in my mouth.
but they have different things than applesauce. They have like
Oh, yeah.
strawberry.
This one
Yeah.
is a gimme 5. It is apple, mango, strawberry, peach, and banana.
It's okay. So, don't come at me with the it's applesauce. And
It's applesauce.
So if we learn anything, we take anything away from today, it's that if Trevor wasn't there, Masha would starve to death.
No.
Is basically
No,
that's what
I'm
I'm getting.
Okay.
Like,
Okay, here's the problem. Trevor is a beautiful man. He made
True.
cinnamon raisin bagels from scratch a couple days ago, and they're so good, but they have to be toasted. We don't have a toaster. We don't have the counter space, so I have to broil them in the oven. And 10 minutes is just not long enough to cut a bagel, broil it, chem creme them, and then eat them. All right? So your girl has to scavenge in her own house for unseasoned vegetable.
Hello,
I'm
yeah.
fine.
Bee?
I'm fine.
Hey,
Hello,
Boops and Bee.
Boop. It's
Boop-a-sad
actually
bee?
Boopas.
Boop a sad bee. Boop,
Boop-
a sad
boop
bee.
a
Boop
sad
a sad
bee,
bee.
wow.
Excellent.
Who has the brain cell? It's certainly not me.
None of us.
Dustin, what do you have for snack check?
I spent my entire snack check making this side.
And truly, and therefore
It's
he's
not
holding
great,
the
sorry.
greatest snack of all. Anyway,
Although I did have a caramel snack cake, but it's
Ooh.
very
gone.
fun.
What is a caramel snack cake? Tell me more.
have you ever had a ding dong? That's the name of a candy.
Sure
you
You're
have.
got.
talking about a little,
Yes,
like
I've
a
had a
little
ding
Debbie
dong.
snack cake, is what you're talking about?
Yes, it's a little Debbie snack cake, but instead of chocolate, it is caramel.
Fun. Very cool. Soul, what is your snack?
I went to our very small, or it's our pantry. And I was trying to find something that I could eat in enough time. I don't know why, but we have a crap ton of gummy worms. I think it's just like 2 years worth accrued of my mother-in-law like giving it us in like a little care package whenever we go to visit them. But I found these chocolate covered peanuts, and they're pretty good. So that is what I'm eating right now.
Very cool, Mars. What have you eaten today for this checks of snack?
I have a little cup of miso ramen from Trader Joe's that is still sitting there because the noodles have to get soft, and then also yogurt and Dinos and Shark fruit gummies that I found under my bed today.
There's so much fun.
Cheers.
I feel like Mars and I, if we were in preschool together, would like be the kind of kids who trade snacks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are those TJ's soups good? Because I always see them, and I don't want to buy one if they suck.
I do not know. I have not eaten it yet, but I will update you as I eat it. It had a little seasoning packet and a little oil packet, which makes me feel very fancy. Mixing one thing into ramen is like, whatever. But having a second packet to mix things in, you're like, oh, this is the bougie ramen.
My favorite instant ramen is the Shin Ramyun like spicy one, and it's got 2 packets, and that's how you know it's the goods. 'Cause they've got that packet that's like the dehydrated veggies and stuff. That's the goods. That's not true. My actual favorite instant ramen is Indomie ramen, and sometimes I think they have 3 packs. Because they've got a powdered soup, they've got the oil, and then they've also got the dehydrated veggies.
I have a ramen like that in my house right now, but I just use like it's not vegetarian, so I can't. And like the oil is, I don't know. I can't use any of the packet, so I just like I have these 3 packets and I just away and put in vegetable bouillon, but
with the conversation that's going on in chat right now, let me pitch y'all something real fast. Sexy Battle Wizards. We call it Dungeons and Dumpies.
Oh.
Dumpies and ding dongs.
Dumpies and ding dongs.
I thought.
Oh yeah.
I join, but at what cost?
To your sanity, or
that's the question.
Chris, did you give us your snack?
I took gummies that my mother gave me to help my stress, and then
Are
obviously
CBD gummies.
and legal
Okay.
substances. And then I'm drinking the Oh-So Classic Lipton.
I assume CBD is legal where you are. We can stop talking about it.
Jesus.
Okay, so speaking of dumpies, let's...
Chris, do you have like a fridge for those Liptons?
Yes.
Nice.
Not like in my room, but I mean like I have a fridge in my kitchen.
Sure. Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, either way, it would've been cool.
A Lipton fridge. A fridge just for your Lipton. A tea that you can...
Have you seen the picture of the refrigerator filled up with Jurassic, like the N64 Jurassic games?
wow.
I'm imagining that, but it's just Lipton's.
I think the only Jurassic Park game I've ever played are the ones in the arcades, like where you sit down and you have like the blue and red guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's play the game. Let's do it, team.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think we'll start back up with Cole going to Henry Baker's office. How do you approach
I thought that was the audio for a second. And
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't do that.
Dustin.
Mr. Baker, are you okay? What are you talking about?
Oh, I hit my head real hard. I'm fine.
He sounds handsome.
I am trying so hard to reel in every comment that I want to make right now.
Don't let it go. We've
Hi.
already Arthur had
he
a
looks
dumpy.
he looks
Like,
exactly like Taika Waititi.
Yes! He does. He looks exactly like Taika Waititi. Cole, sorry about that. My big fat dumpy, I didn't sit down right and I hit my head real hard. I didn't mean to call you Dustin. I don't know who the fuck that is. What can I do for you?
We were... some of us were wanting to go out into the woods a little bit later, but we don't really have any source of light, so we were wanting to know if we could borrow some of the library's flashlights.
Did somebody donate? Or even see?
Oh.
Nice.
Oh no.
If you donated $69.69, we could have sang Careless Whisper for you.
We can still
But
sing
we
Carlos
shan't
Whisper.
now.
Oh my god, my camera's way off.
Crackety Jones donated $69 50 seconds
Thank
ago.
you, Crackety.
The comment is Ding Dongs and Dumpies, the busting chronicle of one boy and his hot Lipton. Kicking cheeks and chunking bunguses. Hashtag Big ZD. Hashtag that wet Mothman.
Classic. Truly, our
Love
entire
it.
catalog
Yeah,
in one sentence.
he just condensed our entire
Whole
street.
brand, our whole brand into one charity commentary
Tell your
That-
friends.
thing.
That wasn't even a elevator pitch. That was a tweet.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna
man.
have to
Yeah.
immortalize that.
Yeah,
somehow.
can we make that our bio on Twitter?
Oh my god.
Listen, if we hit, let's say, 750, I'll make it the Twitter bio
Perfect.
until this charity ends.
Perfect. New
Alright.
Twitch new charity goal, guys. Right now, right here. Anyway, so Taika Waititi's talking about his dumpy.
Yep,
Okay.
quality content right there.
I just keep reading it over and over again. My brain
No,
is
we
like,
need to
okay,
go back. We need to get on track.
Yeah. I agree. Okay. Yeah, Cole, that's fine. You can absolutely borrow a couple. I mean, we're closing in an hour and I don't suspect that we're gonna need them. You alright, kid? You seem a little off.
No, I'm fine. You know, just hanging out, just being chill, just vibing, just being cool.
Cole, in the many years that I've known you, I have never known you to just chill. But you don't have to talk to me about it if you don't want to. Just, you've got my phone number if you need to hash it out at another time. I'm here to listen.
I'm okay. Maybe it would have been better if I had chilled out a lot sooner. Thanks for the flashlights, though.
I think he kind of solemnly nods and hands you 3 flashlights. One of them is one of those big ol' honkers, and then the 2 others are a smaller handheld one. And he gives you a couple of extra batteries, but they are loose in a Ziploc bag, so God knows if they work or not.
I didn't like that giggle.
Yeah, I know,
sound.
right? I was
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
He's gonna take he's gonna take the flashlights and then step back out.
Okay. You step back out. Arthur is no longer there, and Philip and Ren are having a kind of big hand wavy discussion at the moment.
Thank you for the
Ren
for the
having a
visual.
big hand wavy discussion.
I mean like an animated discussion.
Yeah. I just imagined it, them trying to mime things at each other, but just like
Philip is like Doctor Strange, like casting a spell.
Cole will walk up, drop the flashlights onto the table in front of him, and then just go and look at the map again.
All right.
Good job getting the flashlights. You're so talented.
But glad we got those. Do you want me to go grab Arthur so we can be on our way?
Yeah, the library closes in an hour.
We could always leave him.
No.
I would not like to do that. And I think Ren's just gonna kind of like awkwardly get up and walk out to try and find Arthur.
How far have you gone, Arthur?
There's like a parking lot in front of the library, correct?
I think it has like a good like 30-40 feet of like grass with some benches, kind of like a little park almost, and then a parking lot.
Okay. Then I think in that area that has like the grass and the benches, Arthur's probably just kind of like pacing around, muttering to himself. So he hasn't really left or like gone very far.
I think Ren walks up and is like, "Hey, we're getting ready to go." I
Great.
think.
Very excited.
Yeah. By the way, I didn't super feel comfortable with Cole and Arthur knowing, cause
Cole
like
and Arthur.
or Cole and Philip. My brain broke. That's fine.
No, you're fine.
I didn't feel super comfortable with Cole and Philip knowing, but when I got zapped away, Ma said that I was gonna face great fear, basically, and that I just have to sit in that for a bit, and like that's my task, that's my challenge. And they said I wasn't the only one gonna be feeling real afraid. So I just wanted to let you know, because you know you have my back and I have yours, so it felt relevant.
Arthur kind of like he listens and he nods while Ren is kind of like talking about it, and at the end I think he kind of like he just kind of like looks at Ren and says, that's good to know. I'm glad you told me. It probably is something we'll need to tell the other two, though, if it's something that's gonna affect them too. But I get why you didn't tell them. Are you okay? You know,
I mean,
I know you haven't talked to them since, before.
it's Weird, but fine. I suppose it gives me a little more direction. I don't know. I feel better that I have information about what we're gonna face now, but also worse because that information is that I'm gonna be very, very afraid. Uh, so, you know, I don't know. Still kind of figuring it out.
Well, like you said, you watch my back, I'll watch yours. If I,
Yeah.
if there's anything I can do, I'll be there.
Likewise. And I don't think you're wrong about, Arthur. Or why do I keep wanting to call Philip Arthur? Philip. I don't think you're wrong about Philip and Cole, but
I shouldn't have.
we're gonna have to work that out.
Even if I was right, I shouldn't have said it the way I did. But sometimes I just can't. You remember how I told you about when I opened my mind to the psychic plane, when I was trying to talk to the monster.
Yeah.
Everything was screaming, and it wasn't in pain. It was rage, anger, and I still feel it just sitting outside, and I just feel more frustrated. I'm just quicker to snap now. And maybe that's just an excuse. Maybe I'm just not good with people. But I don't want either of them to die. And I don't know how to tell them that without getting upset that they put themselves in so much danger for no reason.
And I think Ren, kind of seeing that Arthur is getting a little bit worked up, is just gonna kind of put their hand on Arthur's shoulder and be like, I get it, but that's why you and I are able to protect them, and I wish they were more rational sometimes too, and we didn't have to spend as much energy as we do thinking that, but I understand your impatience, and I don't know how to help with rage or whatever this, but I'm always down for a good sword fight if you just want to get some of that frustration out.
Arthur nods and just kind of like pats your hand, the one that you put on his shoulder, and he's just like,
I appreciate that. But we're losing daylight, and we're gonna need to move soon.
Yeah. We'll figure it out later.
Yeah, we always do.
Cole, while Ren has gone out to snag Arthur, are you packing up the map? Are you just waiting? Is there something in particular you are doing?
Yeah, he's definitely getting the van ready.
Okay.
Packing the flashlights, the map, things like that. Yep.
All right. I think as you are packing up the van, you hear the static of the police radio come on again, and you hear the voice of I know we've introduced some of our cops, and I can't remember exactly who's who. But you probably know all the cops in this town. It's a small town. There's like 5 of them. You hear the voice of Donnie come on, and he is panting, and he is freaked out, and he says, "Oh, God, all right, it's Donnie calling in. I went up to the house just because I had free time on my shift, and I was about to go into the house, and oh my God, I looked into the window and there was a fucking bear in there. I hightailed it out of there. I know it's a ranger station, but I think we might actually need some current rangers to help us with this. And fuck, I hope that boy's all right. Over." And you hear static again, and the voice of, look at our list of all our cops. You hear the voice of Nancy come on, and she says, "Donnie, we don't even get bears around here. What the fuck are you talking about?" Moment is paused. "I know what I saw. I saw a bear in that house. I'm not going back there." And then it is quiet again.
So maybe this isn't as supernatural as it could be, but did you hear that, Philip?
I've never met a bear before. I hope they're as cuddly as the teddy ones.
They're not. They're incredibly dangerous, and you have to be careful around them.
But nothing a
No.
couple of strong heroes like us can't handle.
I don't know, Philip. The bears are strong.
You and I, we killed a fucking sticky wet bear, Bigfoot, Mothman, cryptid amalgamation monstrosity. I think we could handle a little bear.
No, you and I didn't kill the thing. It was all of us. If it had just been you and me, Philip, I would probably be dead.
No, don't say that. That's just not true. I just don't believe it.
Okay. Is the van all packed?
Yep. He's gonna pull it around front to where the other 2 are.
Okay. Ren and Arthur, the Cole Van Helsing. Cole. Dustin, what is it?
It is Cole Van Helsing's Cole Van Helsing.
Okay. Pretend I said that.
Okay.
Cole Van Helsing's Cole Van Helsing
There you go.
pulls
Nice.
up. Say that 3 times fast. Don't.
No.
Cole.
You're
pulls
just saying
up.
Cole Van Helsing 6 times, or not? Or you get what I'm saying.
Cole's van pulls up around the corner or wherever he pulls it up to the front, slides open a door.
There might be a bear in the thing.
A bear.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not equipped to deal with that. I'm not gonna kill a bear.
It's a bad time for Fig to be taking a day off.
Yeah. But at
You
least
can't
she's
ask
safe.
Fig to join you. Just peek behind the curtain. She can't do a lot. You know what I mean?
Right.
She's not entirely unavailable to you.
Do you still want to check it out?
He's addressing that to Cole.
Yeah. Cole is quiet for a second. Yeah.
Then we'll check it out.
And Arthur's gonna get in.
Ren is getting in as well.
All right. I feel like we don't have to roleplay what is probably the most awkward van ride ever, unless someone feels like they really have something to say. But it is not dark yet, but you can tell, it's starting to get a little bit chillier outside. You have not that long before the sun starts to set. And the four of you motor on down the road into the... Goodness, we've named everything, but I can't remember the name of anything off the top of my head. Into the Swanhaven Forest, I think is what we've decided that it's called.
I think it's Trumpeter Swan.
Trumpeter Swan National State Forest.
National State Forest.
Yeah.
National,
kind.
comma, state. Like the two, like those are your options. But you
half of
ride
it is
along.
national.
Trumpeter Swan State Forest.
Okay, Trumpeter Swan State Forest. Ooh, thank you for the vibe change, Chris. That's what I wanted. I know it's not. We spent more time in the town than I thought we would. That's why I didn't have regular town sounds up. That's fine. Don't worry about it. I was like, oh, I found there was like a daytime forest one too, but it was like too happy, and I don't like happy things.
Wow. Well, then actually, turns out this is the best mystery for you to keep.
Yeah, I'm having a good time. I'm fine. I'm not having any emotional turmoil, so I'm chilling. The rest of you, Anyway, we kind of have what I imagine is probably a pretty quiet car ride as Cole Van Helsing drives into and through this forest. It takes probably 25-30 minutes to kind of get where you need to go. As you drive, the road goes from paved, a lane on each direction, to paved just one car's thickness, to unpaved, to really overgrown. And you can make the decision of how far up the trail you want to go, but there are fresh-ish car tracks made even as you get in there. It seems to be the understanding that the kids who do come up here to spend the night at the haunted house don't try to be quiet about it. It seems like everybody kind of understands this is a rite of passage. As you go deeper in the woods, it gets quieter and louder at the same time. You have the sound of birds cheeping and crickets, and the sound of cars and the sound of planes get muffled as you go through these increasingly taller trees. You can also see occasionally as you wind through these roads that the mountain in the distance, Mount Ira, gets a little bit bigger. Cole, from the map that this ranger station is about a mile away from where this mountain starts really kind of picking up in terms of slope, I guess is the word that I would go for.
Elevation.
So you like where it goes, like boink,
right.
like the base of the mountain, I think is what I'm going for. You do go up the hill a ways to get to the ranger station, but not the mountain proper.
Gotcha.
And you see it in the distance. It is a wooden building. It is 2 stories, and Cole, it looks a little bit worse for wear than the last time you saw it. A lot more of the windows have been boarded up. There's a little bit of graffiti on the side. There is rusty old equipment laying around, like a shitty trowel, just kind of like loose stuff that's around. It is clear that this place was abandoned kind of in a hurry, and the people of the town don't really care to take anything from it because none of it is worth taking, really, and especially not at this point. But you come across. I mean, if you guys wanted to walk up, that's fine. But that is what it looks like as you come upon it.
I'm honestly surprised they haven't torn it down yet.
This feels like it violates a lot of safety laws.
Yeah. It's probably just because of the dumb tradition.
Is there
Yeah.
another ranger station somewhere? Like a newer one?
Yes.
It is on the other side of the mountain. It is far from here.
It's on the other side of the mountain. It's far from here.
These are not the droids that you are looking for. Arthur's gonna look at Cole and say, do you spend the night on the first floor or the second floor? Where should we start?
Finding a way in, I guess, is the best place to start, and then we can plan from there once we get the information of if there's a bear in there or not.
How did you get in?
One of the windows.
Well, even if it's on the second floor, I guess Philip can get up there.
There's a
Once
bunch
he
of places
stops
with...
staring at me.
Are you all out of the van, or are you still in the van?
I was going to say,
I
Cole
definitely-
gets out of the van.
Yeah, I thought we were out of the van, but yeah.
Okay. It's a lot chillier here than it was back in town, just because you are in this forest. It is foggy, believe it or not. The visibility isn't as bad as you experienced when you were last in this forest, but you can tell it's only going to get thicker as the night goes on.
Cole, once he gets out of the van, he is going to turn to the other three and say, give me a second to check around it. I know the area a little bit better than you guys do. See if I can find a way in, and then I'll come back to get you. If I need any help, I'll give you a shout.
Sure.
And Cole creeps up. And I ask the keeper if this is enough for the "don't worry, I'll check it out" to trigger.
Can you remind me what that move does?
Whenever you go off by yourself to check out somewhere or someplace scary, mark experience.
If no one follows you, then I would say absolutely that move would be yes. That would be a yes.
Arthur's not following.
Yeah, Ren's not gonna follow either.
Philip, you gonna let your friend explore on his own, or?
Ooh, interesting that you phrased it like that.
I mean, well, all right. Are you?
Are you respecting his wishes, or are you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Philip's just. I guess Philip's just still staring at Arthur.
All right. Then Dustin, please take a point of experience for Cole going off to explore on his own. Does that move afford you anything besides the point of experience? It's like literally just it.
Yeah, no, that's it.
That's great.
Dustin's just cheating the system to
Yeah.
get to level up.
Let's let it. The thing is that I've had this from the beginning and I've never used it one time. But this just, in like the way that Cole's mind is working right now, is it's better if he goes up and gets eaten by a bear by himself than for him to drag his friends along and for them to get eaten too. So basically, Arthur has put Cole in the mindset of, don't worry, I'll check it out myself. Don't shake your head, so I'm not mad at you for it.
Arthur's as Cole is leaving, Arthur's gonna cross his arms, lean against the van, and he's gonna say,
I'm gonna give him 5 minutes.
Oh my god. Y'all. A hug. Everybody needs a hug.
Ooh.
A powerful force compels you all to kiss and make up. You have to roll a 15 or above to
What is
we
that
can only roll up
audio?
to 12.
What's that audio like? Oh, they're fighting. Like that's probably, this is so vague. Never mind. Just ignore me.
Okay. If you think of it, let us know,
Yeah.
because I didn't recognize what that was. All right, cool. Cole, let's address what you're doing. So you have separated yourself from the group.
Yep.
It's
Every
still
DM's nightmare.
every DM. No, I'm not in them. You know, that was fine. What are you doing?
He's doing exactly what he said he was going to do. He's going to kind of creep around the station itself, look through different windows, basically try to find a way in, see if there's any windows that would open, any doors that will open, see if there's a gigantic bear inside from the windows. You know, the usual thing that you would do.
Okay. I feel like this warrants rolling.
Sure.
I feel like this would be more read a bad situation than investigate a mystery.
That sounds good. That makes sense to me too.
Yes, sounds like you should try to roll. I believe in you. Investigate a mystery, please. No,
that's-
the other one. Ugh.
It's the same no matter what.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a -1 no matter what.
Okay.
So let's see. Give me 1 second to pull up Among Us.pdf
Among Us.
because that's for some reason what the questions are called. I don't know why.
Nani?
Good file name. Definitely very
Yeah.
descriptive.
Well, listen, I didn't name it
I
that.
think-
It was sent that way to me.
Hey, guys,
Well,
I
what
think
did you-
Arthur's
what
acting a
did you
bit
roll?
sus. I think he's
Nothing
the
yet. I'm
imposter.
rolling on.
I'm the sus. Arthur's the sus one.
Arthur, you're such a
Interesting.
sussy
You're the one who's
baka.
just staring at
Arthur.
me without saying anything.
Because
Y'all.
You're psychically damaging Masha.
Yes, as a reminder, while chaos happens behind me, the read a bad situation questions are: what's my best way in? What's my best way out? Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? What's the biggest threat? What's most vulnerable to me? And what's the best way to protect the victim?
All right, and I rolled an 8 plus my sharp. It makes it a 7.
Okay, so you get a whole 1.
All right, good. There are 2 questions I want answered, and I can ask one of them.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask probably the one that Cole is wondering the most. What's my best way in?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I think that as you circle this building, you are scrutinizing every window, every doorway, and all of them, honestly, are boarded up pretty tight. There is one window on the first floor that is not boarded, but it doesn't have a sliding panel. It's just a pane of glass. And there is a... Love putting these in things. You know from your experience that there is a basement to this place. You know that the basement is... has a roof that is like probably 5 or 6 feet tall, but it also has one of those windows that is at foot height outdoors. And there is a board next to a window that slides open. You surmise that this is likely the entrance and or exit that the teenagers would have used.
Okay.
So that is probably your best way in, unless you want to get a crowbar and undo all of the wood on the rest of the windows and things.
Hey, so odds or evens?
Evens.
Okay. Cole heads back to the van.
I think by the time that Cole gets back, Arthur has started like pacing, and he was counting. He was like, but upon seeing Cole, he just leans back against the van. He's not gonna be like, or if anybody was actually looking at his face, maybe they would see a flicker of relief, but otherwise. Oh, well, I guess it's Philip's just staring at him. Maybe he would. Maybe if Philip is in the mind place to actually gauge other people's emotions, he would see a flicker of relief on Arthur's face.
So what did you find?
Cole is, as he talks, he's opening up the back of the van and pulling out one of the flashlights. I think I found the way that the teenagers got inside.
That's good.
Yeah, looks like. And just to confirm, Masha, the way in takes us into the basement to start, right? Like that's.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Hee hee. Love me a good basement.
Yeah, we'll be climbing in through the basement.
Any bears inside?
I didn't see any or hear any.
Good sign.
So who wants to go in first?
I will.
No, I mean, please, why don't you fearlessly lead though, as he like motions to Arthur.
No,
Fine.
no. I should go in first. I know it, remember?
We're just
There's some
going
place-
into a basement.
Yeah, but there's some places in there where the roof might cave in.
I'm so glad we're going into this very old building.
It's fine, Cole. I'm not gonna ask someone to do something that I won't do myself.
He looks at Philip, and then begins. He'll take one of the like the handheld flashlights, I guess.
So are we going?
Lead the way. Cole presumably should lead the way because he at least like knows where the thing is, but you know, someone lead the way.
Cole will take them to the window. And this is the one.
Right.
And Arthur's gonna get down. He'll just put the flash, or like, he'll hand Ren the flashlight. And I guess attempt to open the window and shimmy into the basement.
I think Ren is like kind of crouched down and is shining the flashlight through the window so that Arthur can see like vaguely if he's gonna like step on broken glass or if there's like a box or whatever. So that basically Arthur can see a little bit where he's going.
Is there anything I need
Then-
to roll, Keeper, or are we good?
Think so.
Okay.
I think that all of you can fit through here. And as you peer down into the hole into the window, you see that there are some tables, like a table, and then your classic basement setup, immediately visible is like a water heater and a furnace.
Mm-hmm.
Again, some scabbard like tools and things.
Okay. Then Arthur's gonna drop in and then like hold out his hand for the flashlight from Ren, while just keeping a hand like on the hilt of his sword in case anything happens.
Yeah. I think Ren's gonna hand the flashlight to Arthur and then go in.
Are you all going in?
Yeah, who's next?
No, I
Okay.
think Philip's gonna be like, see you later, suckers, takes the van.
Yeah,
Sets the cabin on fire.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I realized you were waiting for me, and I'm waiting for you. So
No, I think yeah, I guess if Philip is going to, I think Philip wants to be the last person in just to make sure at least Nicole gets in safely.
If Philip like gestures for him to do it, then Cole will go in first. Like first out of those two, not first total.
Yeah.
So Cole goes in.
And then Philip goes in.
Okay.
okay. Very cool.
And the Mosh is like,
As
and now next week we'll find out what happened.
it's stinky down here.
Okay.
Yes, you all. It's a bit of a tight squeeze, but you all make it down into this very dark basement. There is some. I think I've already mentioned there's just like stuff kind of around. And as you get your bearings, everything is kind of bathed in that green light that Philip gives off, just kind of as a floating skeleton dude. And you know, some of you, I don't know how tall everybody is, but some of you have to really stoop to even stand in here. Like I said, the ceiling is very short. And you all notice that in the corner of this basement, well, no, I'll let you guys explore. So right now you see water heater, furnace, neither of which are actively going. And this basement is kind of made of, you know, the floor is dirt. There is some kind of general like leaves and things scattered on the floor from this window being open for presumably longer than it should have been. And it's kind of musty down here. It smells kind of wet, mildewy. The air is pretty stale. That is to be expected when a place has been abandoned and closed up for a very long time.
Arthur's gonna point the flashlight to the corner.
You can't just mention the corner.
It's just a corner. In a particular, you know, as Arthur, you sweep your flashlight kind of around this basement. You see more things in this room. There are old beer cans that are empty, some beer bottles, some like snack bags that have been left behind. You know, clearly the teenagers of the town don't do a great job of cleaning up after themselves. And you see that in a distant corner, probably make it a big basement, like 20, 30 feet away, there is some kind of freshly moved earth.
Do you all see that?
Someone was digging something.
Could be people setting up to try and scare the seniors when they slept.
Could be.
Arthur's going to, with his head like slightly scraping against the ceiling of this basement, is just gonna kind of make his way over to the corner.
Okay. As you get closer to this corner, there is no hiding or going around what it is that you see. partially dug up, there are some bones. Human bones.
It's a body.
Yeah, but I don't think it's the one. It's the kid.
It wouldn't be enough time for them to be just bones.
Never mind. Scrap. I said that because Arthur wouldn't know that. But can Arthur take a look at what he doesn't want to disturb the bones, but he does want to get a closer look and see if there are any signs of, like, there's a term for it. A cause of death. That's the one.
Okay. I don't think that I'll have you roll here. You look at these bones, and what is currently uncovered is kind of rib cage and above. The skull of this interred body has an indentation, just a crunching of the bone. The entire left side of the face has been smushed in. As you look closer, many of the ribs are broken as well.
Has everyone else gotten closer as well, or is everyone still kind of like where we entered in through the window?
Ren's definitely getting closer.
Arthur's just gonna kind of look at the group and gesture to the broken ribs and the cracked skull and says,
Could a bear do that?
I'm no bear expert, but I don't think so. Can Ren try and check out this body a little more in detail? Perhaps trying to investigate this mystery.
are you like digging it up more?
I think just trying to like look kind of around it and look closer at like where it's broken and like how old this thing is, and trying to figure out like, is there like any sort of residue on the bones, or like, is there you know, can we tell, like, yeah, basically trying to figure out like maybe yeah, just trying to maybe look around that area, dig around, sort of not touching the current bones, but like trying to dig around maybe to see if there are any more bones, as well as trying to get any more context clues for what may have caused these bones to be here.
That sounds like an investigate a mystery roll to me.
Sounds good. That is the third 2 and a 4 6 I've rolled in a row. And I don't remember what my sharp is. It's a -1. That's a 5. Ren is just dumb as shit. Love him for it, though.
Seems like bones.
You sure do seem like...
So you get to mark experience?
I do get to mark experience.
You get to mark experience, and I haven't made a hard move in a really long time. I
Oh,
like
God.
remember how cruel I'm supposed to be.
Utterly ruthless. Cut off my hand.
Your hand?
Yeah, just cut off my hand.
Like not your characters, but your hand?
Okay, I mean,
Yeah.
okay, for the bit.
For the
For the bit.
See, there are a couple ways I could go with this, and I'm trying to decide where I want to go.
The
And
most
I
fucked
think
up way.
I might mention now, if we go a little bit past the hour, is that okay with you guys? I have a sense for kind of where I want to be, but I don't want to keep everybody too late.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, totally fine.
Okay. Just because I don't know if we'll get to a good stopping point in the next 17 minutes. Okay. So, Ren. You are, trying to look for more bones. You are trying, right, just finding other things, seeing what else is around here. And I think that as you get down on your hands and probably knees to take a closer look here, you slip. And as you slip, your hand lands on the chest of this body, these bones, and they break, and you fall into this body, unleashing a bit of a cloud of dust. And you don't hurt yourself or anything, but you have now crunched into this body. And as you exclaim from your fall, you look up and lock eyes with a small house cat that's in the corner, and its pupils get huge, and it sprints at you, scratches a claw against your face, and runs up the stairs. And you take 1 point of harm.
Bastard cat.
Cole starts to chase after it.
I think Ren kind of puts their hand to their face and is like confused. But then sort of gets up and
Are you alright?
I'm good. I feel bad about destroying more of the bones, but
It was a mistake.
yeah.
Accident.
And sorry, I pissed off that cat, apparently. Sorry, cat.
Did we all see this cat keeper?
Yes, everybody saw the cat.
I was expecting you to pull a Dustin and be like, "What cat?"
We never saw that cat.
Yeah, Cole is going up the stairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's follow Cole for a second. You sprint up these stairs after the cat, and you sprint up the stairs after this cat, and do you have one of the flashlights? We can just say that you do.
Yeah, I think that he.
Easier. Okay. You with one of the flashlights sprint up the stairs after this cat and end up in kind of the main base of this ranger station. And it is this big room with tiled floors and couches and tables and what you assume is like the setup for an old radio and all of these things. You actually have a good sense of what's around here, but kind of like with the basement before, things are in a little bit more of a disarray than how you remember them the last time you were here, which was probably, I mean, long enough ago that a couple cycles of teenagers have made a mess of the place. Is there anything that you're trying to do in particular?
I think Cole kind of like rubs at his temple for a moment, and as the his other hand holding the flashlight kind of scans across the area, looking it over, like he's, just trying to jar his memory, and just, I don't know, maybe looking for the cat at the same time, but also kind of just getting his bearings for sure, like of you know what's going on, that sort of thing. He's kind of stopped at the top of the stairs.
Okay. You kind of see the blur of fur as the cat darts away into the darkness where your flashlight doesn't reach. You feel a little bit unwell from this sprint upstairs, but other than that, you know, you also don't see a bear immediately. I know that is something that would be, potentially up here. Do you want to follow it? Do you want to just walk around the room?
I think that he will just start walking around the room itself rather than chasing the cat. His eyes kind of like scanning over, like looking around at different things. Maybe if there's anything on the walls or any kind of like basically again just getting his bearings, that sort of thing.
Okay. Yeah, you walk around this room with your flashlight, and you just kind of see the same scene that I've described before. There's furniture everywhere, snack trash, some animal droppings in a corner. You don't see a bear, and you also can't seem to find the cat, but it also seems like you are not looking very hard for him at the moment.
Yeah, is there any kind of like reflective surfaces, any kind of like mirrors or anything like that around?
Yeah, you find your way into one of a couple of bathrooms on this floor, and just kind of blankly run one of the sinks. And somehow this place still has water. And you look up, and in the mirror, you see a young man with red hair.
He will kind of tilt his head and just stares at the young man that he sees there. Yeah, and he's just kind of lost, tilting his head back and forth.
Something in the way.
Okay, as you explore upstairs, let's pop back down to our folks downstairs. Ren, you have just fallen and smushed into these bones and gotten a little hurt in the process. Arthur and Philip, is there anything in particular that you are doing?
I think Philip's going to go up to Ren and try to help them. Have they gotten out of the bones, or are they still in the bones?
I think they're standing up, or at least like
Okay.
have moved back into like a kneeling.
Arthur would have helped them out.
Yeah.
All right. I think Philip looks at these piles of bones and is like, I think we could use more bones in these piles. And so I'm going to use Cast of the Bones. And so Philip is going to do his classic and cough up bones into the pile of bones. And my reasoning will come to fruition depending on what I roll. So that is just a investigative mystery roll.
Okay.
Oh dang! I rolled a 6 and a 5. That's pretty cool.
Nice.
To my 0 sharp. And so on the 10 plus hold 2. My first question, which is specific to Cast the Bones, who has touched this person, place, thing, or creature before me? Hopefully not it specifically Ren, obviously, but like before Ren, who has touched these bones?
What a hard move.
Remind me if this is like the body tells you, or it's like you just know this information? No, it's that like the bones dance and tell the story, right?
It's like it's manifested in several ways. Sometimes the bones literally like move to show me a message. Sometimes I think just like the way the bones land or like glow. Philip's like, oh yeah, I understand what you're saying to me. So it's really up to you on how you want to present to me the information. I don't think there's one true way.
Yeah, I think that with the nature of your powers, it makes sense that it would manifest in different ways, kind of depending. Um, and I think that as you cast your bones, do you cast them onto the corpse or next to the corpse?
I'm like, we need to add more bones to these bones.
Right, into the bot. Very cool.
Yes.
Very cool.
Into the pile of bones.
Right. So I think that the way that this manifests is you owl vomit up like a cast, you cast, it's just so gross, into these other bones, and I think it's a little bit funky, that the bones kind of spread apart on their own and pop to different areas of this skeleton, and you feel yourself kind of pulling to those different areas. When you touch the area in the chest, you get this flash of Ren and their hand falling in. You then move your hand and you touch the vertebrae of the neck, and you see 5 different teenagers, all wide open eyes, touching this corpse. And then your hand drifts a little bit more up to the skull that has been fractured in multiple places. And you see this awful, jarring image of a man in a ranger uniform taking an axe to the skull of this guy's head.
Interesting. I guess this brings me to my my second question. What sort of creature is it?
What sort of creature is what?
Whatever swung the axe into the person's head.
Human?
Okay, cool. Epic. I think Philip, it turns to I think Philip like consciously turns to Arthur, then turns to Ran and is like, okay, so I think overall I think what happened here was specifically these bodies were killed by human hands. Nothing inherently mystical about them to say.
That's good. Bad. I mean, murder's bad, but
I mean, yeah, that's true. Have you ever had an axe
I feel
to
like
the
I
head?
shouldn't have to. I have not had an axe to the head, and I would like to keep it that way.
Same. Anyway, yeah. So that's how the main guy died.
All right.
Just another human, and then he starts picking up the bones and.
Yeah, he sure
Maybe
does.
he accidentally grabs one that isn't his normal bones and adds them to his collection.
I'm gonna go find Cole.
And Arthur's gonna go up the stairs to the first floor.
Who's Cole?
Oh my god.
Arthur, you have this thought that you want to go upstairs, but you don't know why. You only came with the 2 other people in the room that are here with you right now.
Okay, then he doesn't say, I'm gonna go find Cole. He says,
I'm gonna go up to look around.
and he's gonna go up to the first floor.
I think
Okay.
Ren is going to silently follow because they don't want to see swallow these bones either.
Just Philip swallowing bones in the basement.
Yes. Well, Philip is deathly afraid of being alone, so he's going to follow them.
Oh, wow.
I imagine he just like picks up the bones and is just like carrying them as he's snacking
He's like
on
stuffing
them.
them. He's stuffing them in his like overalls pocket.
He needs an audience because Philip has a mukbang.
So true.
So if no one's watching him eat the
I'm
bones,
not
he
eating
can
all
see
the
that he's eating
bones.
What are
Yeah.
those? What are those like chips that you like put on your fingers?
Bugles?
Oh,
Yeah, bugles. That's the one. That's what he's
Yeah.
doing with the bones. Is like,
Ew.
ew.
Bleh.
Most of them are my bones. Anyway, so we're going away. We're continuing on.
Did we get another donation, or am I?
we did. Or
We did at some point.
Ori donated
It was
$21 about an hour ago, and the comment was new Twitter bio. Here we come. Hashtag thick tables
Nice.
Okay.
Incredible.
with 2 C's.
Yeah. Thick tables. No, put it away. Put it away.
Gonna have Patrick do the character art for the other side.
All we
Oh my
have to
gosh.
do is I wish none of us had like a profile view of our bodies, because we could do the like taking like a Photoshop brush and just like making our booties bigger, you know. But we can't.
Yeah.
We can't do that. Although if you can see it from the front, wait till you see it from the back. We can just make our butts exist.
That's true.
Yeah.
We just have, I feel like Patrick could be into it. It'd be fine. So the three of you are going upstairs.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay? As the three of you walk up the stairs, you notice that there is a light coming from a little bit further away from you, which is weird because the three of you came together and you don't think that bears carry flashlights.
There's someone here.
Wait. Okay, hold up. Pause. So
Yeah.
no one else remembers Cole either. I'm not just an asshole.
Who are you talking about?
Well, that's true.
Okay.
But
That's
Oh,
that's
what
an
are you
in-game.
talking about?
That is an in-game question, I think.
Okay.
so do we all remember Cole?
Who?
Oh my God! Stop, Destin. I'm trying to
Okay.
do something right
Here.
now. Stop gaslighting me.
This is
All
this
of
is
you,
how we'll,
all of you, check your DMs. I will tell you whether or not you remember.
Okay.
I'll go ahead and start the conversation, and Arthur will again. He'll pull out his sword just like a little bit out of the sheath and say,
There's someone else up here.
Yeah. It's Cole.
Do you think it's the bear?
It's Cole. He left to go upstairs.
Who's Cole?
Yeah, who the fuck are you talking about?
Philip's friend. Cole,
I have so many
nerdy
friends.
little kid.
You
Cole
have-
Van Helsing drove us here. What the fuck is up with you two? It's Cole.
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
I feel
Cole.
fine. Philip, are you okay?
I'm pretty good, best buddy.
See, Philip feels fine.
Arthur, the one who keeps running into danger, and you're pissed because you want to, not have him die. Cole,
I mean, I
little
don't
human boy.
I don't want any of us to die.
Yeah, but
Dustin,
it's the reason Philip's been.
Hello?
your character has been kind of looking at himself in the mirror, and people, you hear voices talking at the top of the stairs. It seems like the people that you came with have finally made their way up here.
Okay. He will step out of the bathroom.
do we see him? Like, is this like enough of a viewpoint that we see him step out, or was he like
I
tucked
think
away?
so. I think you see the light move, and A young man wearing a blazer and tie and has like kind of bright red hair steps out in front of you.
Arthur's gonna unsheath the sword and stick it out, and he's gonna be saying,
Stop right there.
And Ren's gonna take out their sword and like kind of put it against Arthur's sword to direct it away from Cole.
Ren, what are
Arthur,
you doing?
It's
What
fucking
is
Cole.
going on? Why are we so aggressive against a potential new best friend?
Because
He
we didn't
is your
know
best
anyone else
friend,
was in
Philip.
here. We didn't know anyone else was here. What's he doing here?
He came with us. He's the one who was like, "Hey, there's a missing kid." He was listening to the police scanner. He works in a library. He's the
Ren, I don't know
It's
what
fucking
you are
Cole.
smoking, but I would like some. If I could get high, I really wish I could. Anyway, I don't know what you're talking about. You're acting a little silly.
And Ren is looking at Cole for like help backing them up on Cole's existence and the fact that came with the party. Cole, Cole, I have not said that guy's name, and Ren gestures to Philip. What's his name?
I mean, you keep saying Cole. Oh wait, you keep saying Cole, so I feel like
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Who's Cole?
Motherfucker.
Ren. I feel like you're off your rocker.
Ren,
Okay,
are you
you-
sure you're feeling okay?
And Ren is just like,
Maybe you should give me your Kopesh.
I'm not giving you my sword, but I'll
If
put it away.
that's their emotional support sword.
That's my emotional support sword, Arthur.
I understand. But if you're a danger to yourself,
Huh.
I'm not a danger to myself. I'm trying to protect Cole and you from hurting Cole.
So anyway, hello stranger, and he turns to the would-be Cole and be like, so what's your name?
I don't know.
Well, that's okay. Arthur isn't good at remembering things either.
Damn.
wow, this whole mystery just took my entire shtick.
Not yours. anymore.
So this is when I'm going to go ahead and announce to everyone that Cole is changing to the amnesiac.
Yeah.
As the four of you are talking, who has the highest sharp?
I have 0.
I have a +1.
I have a -1.
That'll be Arthur.
Okay. As all of you are talking, Arthur, you see out of the corner of your eye that same cat, arched up with its back, walking kind of sideways around all of you, just like eyeing, stepping a little bit closer.
Do I remember the cat scratching Ren?
Yes.
Okay. I think in this very high tension moment, Arthur's gonna point his sword toward the cat,
Whoa!
and be like,
Have you never seen a cat before, dear
I'm just
buddy?
really tense right now.
Do you need
The
me to
cat
massage?
The cat jumps up and like kind of like shuffles back a little bit and just freezes.
Ren, that's the cat that scratched you, right?
Pointing your
Yes.
sword at it isn't going to help.
It's a cat. It scratched me. I pissed it off. It's fine. We do not need to point his sword at it.
I mean, you're acting weird. The cat scratched you, and only you.
If that's true, maybe the cat has poisonous little grippers.
I'm not the one who's acting weird. I get that this doesn't make sense because you can't remember Cole, but I swear I'm the one who's right. We do have a friend named Cole. He's works at the library. He has a former coal van that he named Helsing. He paints a picture of a mountain on the side of it.
Can I ask you a
Yeah.
question real fast, Mars? Or no, go ahead, Dustin.
You know me?
Yes, you're Cole.
We don't know you, and I gesture to Philip and myself.
Yeah, me and my best buddy Arthur don't know you.
But you're Arthur and you're Philip.
True.
And you're Ren.
Yes.
And we came here together.
Yes, and you're Cole.
I don't know that name.
But you know us.
Yeah.
Well, I never had a stalker before. That sounds like an interesting new friend.
He's not a stalker. He's your best friend. Where did you get that frog hoodie, Philip?
I feel like I've always had it.
Yeah, because Cole gave it to you.
Question, Keeper.
Yes.
Is this only so it's basement and this floor, or is there other places?
There is one more floor.
Okay.
You know from experience that the topmost floor is like the bedroom area, and also I'm sure there's something else up there that's important. Some storage and then like a mini lab space.
Cole is like Cole is kind of looking between the three of you for a moment, and then just kind of grabs his head, and for the most part, he just looks confused. But if you look at him close enough, his hands are shaking, and he says, "I need a minute," and he just storms up the stairs. He doesn't say anything else. He just goes upstairs.
Do you think he's okay? He seemed upset.
Yeah, because you guys can't remember him. And he can't remember him. Why am I the only one who can Cole?
Sometimes knowledge is the greatest weight anyone can hold. Sometimes I find it's better to forget.
No, it's not.
And Arthur's going to sheath his sword and look at Ren and say,
You're saying something's messed with my memory again.
Yeah. I am. And I'm sorry. But that's the only explanation I can think of. Because we know Cole.
Arthur just
You
kind of...
remember Fig?
Oh, good point.
Yeah,
Yes.
of course I remember Fig. I
A
just
scary lady.
can't remember any gestures to where Cole just was.
And Ren is like, has put their head in their hands and is like rubbing their eyes. They put away their sword and is just like, I don't know how else to explain that we know him. I don't know how I can prove it to you. But please trust me on this.
If we came here together, then we should stick together. If you're the one who remembers him, then maybe you should lead the way.
All right. That's I can do that. Let's go find him. So at least he's not alone.
And as you as you were talking, you heard this kind of soft, well, I guess not soft, hard thumping noise coming from upstairs. And Arthur, kind of having an eye on this cat, with every thump, the cat bristles and its arch seems to get bigger and bigger, and it looks more and more agitated and afraid, and it is mewing. And then there is this awful, loud noise, the cracking of wood, the splintering of it, and suddenly you all turn around as this bright light comes through an open door where there was not an open door before. The cat takes its moment. It sprints away from the three of you who are downstairs, into that light, and you could swear as you see it running that its paws and its tail have all gotten just a little bit bigger and shifted from this kind of like bright orange color to more of like a muted brown. This light falls upon the three of you, and you are faced with the two cops who were on the line, as well as someone in a ranger uniform. Everybody takes a breath. Arthur, Philip, Cole, you feel a little weird, but you remember who Cole is. And that is where we are going to end the mystery for the night.
Oh boy.
Oh man. Well done, Keeper.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh
I
man.
can't believe.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just so everyone knows, Cole forgot who he was before that cat even scratched him.
Oh.
Because Masha messaged me, he's like, "You don't remember who you are," and I'm like, "Oh crap!" Which is why he went upstairs to begin with, because he's freaking out.
Ooh.
And then now everybody else doesn't know him, and so he's like, "Wait a minute, hang on."
Oh man.
Ooh.
Ren is freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm also freaking
We're
the
gonna
fuck
need some
out.
deep compression time after this.
Should we do end of session questions?
Sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
From the top of my head, there are 4 of them. Did we conclude the current mystery?
No.
Did we save somebody from certain death or worse?
No.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Not.
Arthur does have a big dumpy.
Well, okay.
We did learn that.
Cole has
We
history with the head librarian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did learn
Yeah.
about the head librarian. Yeah.
Mhm.
And did we learn something new and important about the world?
I guess we learned about the kind of lore, I guess, of this ranger station, how it's supposed to be haunted, and like it's a tradition for kids to come and sleep over in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 yeses, I think, is still just 1 point of experience.
Yep.
It was a very roll light game session tonight. I will say, I mean, just so our audience knows, I don't know who's left, just because we've gone a little bit over time. I had the players fill out a form for me before we started playing. One of the things I asked for was some rolls, and I'm sure they will put this together. I may have used some of those in determining what happened tonight. Which is why I didn't. Yeah, I just don't want you guys to feel like I singled someone out unfairly. It was based on numbers. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Very cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yes. But yeah. Thank you everybody who stuck out this whole session with us. We will be back next week, same time, for part 2 of this mystery. Yeah. Any questions, comments, or concerns before we sign off?
No.
Nope.
I
Not
don't
for
think
me.
so.
Okay. Well, for all of you and also our audience, drink some water, unclench your jaw, stretch your neck, tell your friends who have big fat dumpies that you are so sorry they have that burden to bear. It's a difficult burden. It's a hard life to live. And we will see you all next week.
Yeah.
Right on.
I love you.
Good night, everyone.
So
Mwah.
long.
Mwah.
Be
Be
kind to
well.
yourselves.
Bye.